The Fowle Mill, located in South Milwaukee, Wisconsin, was built on this site in 1840 by pioneer settler John Fowle. According to the early land surveys, an inn was located on the site. The road that led there was a branch of an old Indian trail that followed the current Highway 32 from Illinois along the shores of Lake Michigan. The mill was used to grind corn, wheat, barley, and other grains. The grinding wheels or millstones were made by John Fowle, who was a millwright and a wheelwright, with the help of William Sevier, who was a mason, by cutting and fitting granite hardheads from the creek bed into two round shapes. The grinding surfaces were placed one on top of the other, and then on a shaft turned by water power to grind the grain into flour or meal. John Fowle was born November 6, 1796, in Wadhurst, England, and died in 1887 in Oak Creek, Wisconsin. He was married to Sarah Dibley Fowle in 1812 in Sussex, England. The date of her death is unknown. He later remarried a woman named Frances in about 1858 in Milwaukee. They had 9 sons and 6 daughters. South Milwaukee was originally a section of the town of Oak Creek. John Fowle came here by way of Rochester, New York. He traveled by a steamer named the Thomas Jefferson to Chicago, and then by an ox team towards Milwaukee. He landed at Racine, then known as Root River. He then cut his way through the forest to the existing road, which was a long-standing, well-traveled Indian footpath. In June of 1835, he arrived at the mouth of Oak Creek on Lake Michigan, where he finally settled. John Fowle and Elihu Higgins each established a tavern and a stage station in the area. In 1840, Oak Creek was established as a town by the territorial legislature. By 1842, about 40 families had settled there, and the mill was soon converted into a cotton goods plant and eventually into a factory for wagon wheel hubs and furniture frames. Today, the mill site is part of Grant Park, which was also the site of Milwaukee County's first 18-hole golf course that was developed in 1919. The land for the park was purchased from Horace Fowle, the son of John Fowle. The Park Commission also purchased Fowle's large Victorian home, which was built in 1892 on the site of the family's log cabin. This mansion became the golf course's clubhouse, and it remains very much the same to this day. The starting booth for the golf course now stands where visitors once tied their horses. The actual mill is long gone, as are the factory and tavern that once stood on the site. All of its natural beauty still remains, and today it is a popular picnicking and recreation area for people all around the area. The ice skating, warming house, and of course the mill pond and scenic waterfall still remain on the site. The adjoining creek is still a favorite fishing spot for many. There is an abundant wildlife and waterfowl habitat in the area, and this adds to the natural beauty of the place. Oak Creek itself empties into Lake Michigan a short way downstream from the mill site, where Grant Park's beautiful sandy beach is located. This is a very popular destination in the summer.